Remember when I did a video on the secret cartel network? Apparently, I had left out some key points. A lot of people in the comments were curious about how DJ Sumbody ended up being assassinated due to a missing coke shipment. By now, a lot of you probably know the story, but let me just break it down for those who don't know. There had been rumors, even a story published by the Sunday World. But before we get into the so-called Big Five Cartel from KwaZulu-Natal, let's start with the taxi kingpins who put out the money for the clubs, including a guy who goes by the name of Joe Ferrari Sibanyoni. According to reports, DJ Sumbody was looking for investors to fund his ABSA club in Pretoria. He approached a few wealthy guys, and one of them was a powerful taxi kingpin who is now dead. This kingpin agreed to invest, but he wanted something in return, which was access to sell coke from the club. At first, it is believed that they agreed on the deal. But once the club launched, DJ Sumbody started having second thoughts. So to keep the investor calm, he allegedly proposed another plan, and they say they'll push the coke from another branch in Cape Town. But history repeated itself. Even after the Cape Town club launched, DJ Sumbody was still hesitating to keep his promises. The taxi boss obviously started feeling played. DJ Sumbody took the money and failed to keep his end of the deal. Some people believe that's exactly why the kingpin had DJ Sumbody assassinated. This was never officially confirmed as the investigation proceeds. Apparently, there's another version of the story, which states that the real investors of the club in Pretoria was actually another taxi tycoon who goes by the name Joe Ferrari Sibanyoni. But Joe was not the guy who wanted to push the coke in the club. Joe Ferrari is rumored to have around 400 taxis and has major influence in the taxi industry. This is the same guy who wanted to buy the Royal AM Football Club from Sean Mkhize and take it to his hometown, KwaNdebele. In August 2022, while Joe was leaving his home at the Centurion Golf Estate, four men ambushed him at the gate and opened fire. Joe was shot multiple times, but he survived, along with the one-year-old passenger that was with him. The security guards at the estate fired back at the attackers, and that quick response might have been what saved Joe and his passenger's life. Then there's DJ Vetis, a close friend of DJ Sumbody. He was also targeted. While on his way to a gig, he and 3 others were shot at, but luckily they all survived the attack. For a long time, these cases went cold, but recently, new developments have come to light, and is now believed that Cat Matlala is behind both these attempted hits of Joe Ferrari and DJ Vetis. These charges have reportedly been added to his growing case. Let's talk about the Big Five Cartel from KZN and how it ties into the chaos surrounding the lost coke shipment from Brazil. According to the story, a massive shipment of coke arrived from Brazil, which was busted by the police in Durban. But instead of following proper procedures, the police took the shipment to Johannesburg under suspicious circumstances. That's where things get even more messy. In Joburg, other officers intercepted the coke, and they nearly got into a fight over who should confiscate the coke between the two police departments. This turned into a power struggle between the two law enforcers. The whole drama made headlines, but then shockingly, the coke disappeared again from the police, and it's likely assumed that the police might have had a hand in this. Later, the coke resurfaced again in Gauteng's circle. Now, how did they know whether it was the same coke or shipment? dealer started offloading high quality products at very cheap prices, clearly trying to get rid of it quickly, and that raised red flags. Some of the names linked to this batch include DJ City Lights, rapper Tulani Heavy Pablo, and DJ Vintos, and others who haven't been publicly named yet. At some point, DJ Sumbody was approached by the group holding the stolen shipment as they wanted his help pushing the product, especially since it was being moved in a club in Gauteng where he had a huge influence. According to reports, DJ Sumbody did not handle it directly, but allegedly he connected them with a Cape Town kingpin who might have been able to move it or buy it from them himself. But here's the twist. The Cape Town kingpin knew the whole story. He knew that it was stolen and the real owners were furious. Word on the streets was that the Big Five cartel from KZN was hunting for whoever that was responsible for this. Not wanting any part of the war that was probing, the Cape Town kingpin warned the group that they were already in serious danger and quickly distanced himself from that deal. According to reports, the kingpin might have given names of who might have been in possession of the stolen shipment. He allegedly did this to clear his name and prove that he had nothing to do with this mess. That's when the Big Five cartel drew out the heat to eliminate everyone that was linked to the shipment. It is believed that the kingpin tried to vouch for DJ Sumbody, saying that he wasn't involved in the deal, but the cartel did not care. They felt that DJ Sumbody knew too much even if he wasn't involved in pushing this coke. He was a dangerous loose end because once they start taking out people, they knew that DJ Sumbody would put the pieces together and they couldn't take that risk. So in the end, it looks like DJ Sumbody might have been taken out because of what he knew, not what he did. It is reported that someone tried to warn him and told him that there were people hunting for him and advised him to leave Gauteng or go into hiding, but then he was hit before he could lay low. Here's another interesting twist to this story. There's a rumor going around that the club that DJ Sumbody was performing at the night he was taken out was a News Cafe in Woodmead. It was actually a spot called Question Mark in Woodmead. Here's where it gets strange. That club had just opened up a week before DJ Sumbody's booking, and then right after the hit, Question Mark suddenly shut down, which makes it seem like it was all a setup. The timing is very suspicious. It is a shocking coincidence that is very hard to ignore. Let me know what you think down in the comments. My name is Jay and this is Moment in Future, pulling you into the truth.